Hello Pisces, this is Victoria and I'm here with your June tarot forecast. We are going to be looking at your love life and personal space, at your career and workspace, and we'll get you guidance from the universe on how to best utilize the energy of the month of June. At the end, I'll post some messages from your person of interest to yourself. We are starting off with a quick oracle message. This is the Enchanted Map Oracle, so let's get started. Just a reminder that these readings are for Sun, Moon, and Rising in Pisces. So if you're watching this for a Sun sign, please check out videos for other placements as well. And of course, if you're new to the channel, check out the description box for information on my content and services. And for everyone watching, please like the video so I can share it with more people. We can spread the word, and I can continue delivering these videos for free. Got some cards flipped off, but that's what we're gonna be looking at right now. And yeah, if you guys were missing the backdrops style, they're back. I finally set up my recording station again. I'll probably add some lights to it as well at some point, maybe something else, we'll see. But for right now, I like it the way it is. I love the light, everything, so really happy to have this little space for me to be able to do my videos without thinking too much on, the camera angles, the background, everything. Anyways, Pisces, you've got two cards, so I'm gonna take them. First is Heal the Ouch, the other one is Dragon's Lair. So you are getting out of your comfort zone in this month, and it may feel for a moment that you may feel alone, you may feel like you need rescuing, but in reality you are supposed to see your own power and see how you can rescue yourself, in essence, right? So the universe is giving you an opportunity to show up for yourself, to use your skills and gifts and experience to be able to support yourself, so it doesn't feel like you always need somebody else to come and onto the rescue, or as soon as things get a little bit difficult, it's like you start getting out of breath and get anxious, right? Like, this is for you to learn how much you can provide for yourself, how you can be that structure and that support and that love for yourself without needing anyone else. All right, let's get into the main reading. So for your love life and personal space, you've got the Wheel of Fortune, great start. Sagittarian energy, could be dealing with the Saggy. The Devil, this is Capricorn energy. Queen of Cups, this is a water sign, so could be you, could be Cancer or Scorpio. For your career space, you have Ace of Cups, Five of Pentacles, Seven of Cups. And finally, the advice from the universe, Two of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, Eight of Wands. Bottom of the deck, the Hermit. Yeah, so you've either have been doing some soul searching and have, done good work, getting insights and understanding how you can improve the quality of your life, or you will get that chance in the month of June, right? And that going out of your comfort zone, experiencing something in the moment, it will be stressful, it will be shocking, it will be a lot. That's essentially the next step of that process, because you've gotten good information, good insights, and now you're taking it to the real world of like, how can you apply it, right? And that's quite an important part, where we connect the theoretical knowledge, so to speak, with then how can we, use it in life, and how we can improve our life quality with the help of it. Because if it's not practical, if you don't understand that connection, what does it mean now for when I wake up tomorrow? How is my life going to be different? If you don't have that specific connection, then first of all, it's kind of useless, because you maybe have cleared something in the past, but you haven't integrated the lesson fully. So those events are going to be coming back to you, right? There will be another cycle. But also our brain if it learns that there is information but I can't really use it in any way, or I don't know how to use it, then that information gets lost quite quickly, right? It kind of like formats it out, because our brain is always optimizing our resources. Anyways, for your personal space and love life, Wheel of Fortune, Devil, Queen of Cups. It's very interesting because to me this is, and the cards are kind of showing us that this is a light and a shadow side, you know. For me, this is a light and a shadow side of the Queen of Cups energy. That you will be tested, tempted on like how do you show up in close relationships. Are you gonna want to control the outcome, control the process, the way the other person communicates with you, or you're gonna completely surrender and, you know, be in that playful energy, see what happens. It has like gambling chips here in this deck, you know, like, yeah, let's see, let's be more playful, you know, let's see what happens, right? But that also means taking it lightly at heart, because not like, you know, this is like life or death question, right? It's like, no, I'm just experimenting, I'm exploring, I'm getting to know this person, you know, whatever that is to you. I don't see here much about the person themselves, but this is about you and how you choose to show up as the Queen of Cups, because this is your energy. But any and every energy has, and you know, the card has the light mode and the shadow mode, right? So you can be, as Queen of Cups, you can be nurturing, loving, warm, all those things. But also in a shadow mode, you can be clingy, needy, a bit of a drama queen, and a bit of a diva, you know, those kind of ideas, right? It's like, how do you decide to present yourself, and who do you want to be in the relationship that we have in mind? It can be a romantic relationship, it can be something else. Maybe this month you've made a new friend and you're exploring that new friendship. That also applies. So any close trusted relationships go into this space. Then for your workspace, you have Ace of Cups, Five of Pentacles, Seven of Cups. So for this part, it's, first of all, it's like you building your own future. And this can be exciting and daunting at the same time. So that's what it is, right? And you're sometimes getting lost in like the variety of different turns and moves. How do we plan resources? Who do we hire for this? How do I make my next move to get to the optimal result, right? And that can get frustrating, that can bring anxiety for sure. But you're asked to really connect to your heart space, right? What would be best for your customers? What would be best for you and your colleagues, you know, as a team in the long run? Those are going to be the answers that you need. So you don't need to look at the market at large, but more connecting to your heart, right? And understanding that your opinion matters more than anything else, anyone else's, right? And that way, it's important not to see this as kind of like I have to do everything by myself. It's more like this is my child, you know, my creative pursuit, my business and source of abundance. So it needs to reflect who I am and how I feel, and that's important. And if you feel like you are doing this alone, don't worry, people will come, but it's important not to fixate on that idea. It's important to keep moving. You will attract the right team if you really need them. But remember that part of the exercise is also to see your own power. So maybe you think you do, but you don't. And finally, the advice from the universe: Two of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, Eight of Wands. So we're moving from trying to juggle and do things like everything at once, do something more planned and more, I don't want to say controlled, because it may have a negative connotation, but like in a more paced way, right? So it's about finding the right people, being able to delegate or ask for help or outsource certain activities and tasks where deep down you know that you can research it by yourself, you can make it yourself, you can figure it out by yourself. But the truth is that a practical choice, or your time could be spent better elsewhere, right? And maybe it makes sense to sort of hire an expert and let them do it in a better way, in a faster way, while you can spend your time and energy on something else, right? And apply yourself in a better way. All right, last but not least, we'll get you some messages from person of interest. Messages for Pisces, please, from the person of interest. Knight of Wands, clarified by Three of Wands, and Ace of Pentacles. Your person is definitely smitten with you. They have so much passion, so much desire for you, so much excitement for this journey, but they're starting to think, so they have a lot of that raw energy, you know, but they're also starting to think of the bigger picture. So it's kind of like this transition to something more serious, more practical, you know, and it's like, I don't want to lose this person. How do we create a life together? But this is very beginning of them thinking about it. If for some of you who have been with your person for a long time, this is like a restart of the relationship, because your person at this point confirms to themselves or gets more insights for why they're in this relationship, which brings the enthusiasm, the excitement, the new level of attraction, right? And now they're like, okay, so let's make sure that it's actually reflected in the way we live, in the way we enjoy each other's company. But they're still figuring it out. So that's, I guess, that's the main message, that they want to do it right. They want to make sure that it's really great, and they, you know, want to make sure that it's great not just for them but for you as well. So they'll do their research, and hopefully they'll talk to you as well, and finally we'll start working towards it. They may be saving up some money for this future already, for this future vision, right? So it's like, it shows me that they've started taking aligned action, even if it's not fully happening in 3D reality. They are preparing for it. Okay, I hope this was good for you, Pisces. Thank you so much for your time, for joining me. Please don't forget to like the video, and of course subscribe to my channel, and until next time.